This week's episode of the Living Outrageously podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. For a 100% free audiobook of your choice, visit audibletrial.com/LOP.
Dudes, welcome to the Living Outrageously podcast. This is the show where we teach you how to stop living a boring life and start living outrageously. My name's Dave Thompson, that is Matt the Freakin Man Kelly, and this is the show for passionate, creative and intelligent people who want to step up and make their dent in the universe. Matt the Freakin Kelly, impossible is an opinion. We prove it to ourselves day after day after freaking day. Massive show today.
Massive, excitement, huge, ridiculous, outrageous, epic, amazing, outrageous. Outrageous.
How to get anything you want. You know what, Matt Kelly? The last week we did a bit of a review of our own lives the last little bit going forward, and we're like, holy shit, man. We've been getting a lot of stuff that we wanted.
Yeah.
Like with myself finishing the run and in the beach handball and you with the book and stuff like that. So we actually... what we came up with is a process for, we looked, all right, so I got that. How did I get it? Well, I did this and I did this and I did this. All right, you made a book. How did you do that? Well, I did this and this. Ooh, they're a bit similar. So we came up with a process. We're going to share that with you tonight. But Matt Kelly, I might just, dude, the Kulaway nut from Thailand. You're drinking the juice. I'm eating the delicious flesh. Man, you could literally leave me here for hours with this.
I wish I could show you like this. Like this actually has pieces of coconut in it.
It is phenomenal. It is world class, and I would eat it, except we'd stall the podcast for at least 10 minutes while I enjoy myself. But in any case, the Kulaway nut, if you can get one of these, I don't know how if they have them in the States, but this is...
We just bought this from the supermarket. Literally.
Yeah, this is from the supermarket.
Yeah.
I would fly to Thailand and buy the plantation. That's how much I'm in love with these Kulaway nuts.
Future business idea, yes.
And Wes, I know you haven't been able to find a coconut water that you like. Maybe try it from a coconut. See, tell us what that's like.
Actual legitimate coconut.
Yeah. Go from the source. Anyway, Matt Kelly, have we got a few very quick shout-outs before we get moving?
Yeah, sure.
Quick.
A few quick thank yous for the epic, amazing participation on the Facebook page. Thank you to Sue. Thank you to Pryor. Thank you to Austin. Mia actually hammered us with a few awesome things this week. Awesome poster. Awesome, T-shirts. I'm going to buy some because they're awesome. To Eric to the Svensson. Eric signed up for a triathlon thing, didn't he? Amazing.
Nice.
We are going to get Eric back on the show. He knows it. We know it. It's coming to go back and revisit some of the goals that we've set in the past. Thank you to Simon. Thank you to Wes. Thank you to, seriously, doesn't even matter. Thank you to everyone for participating. If you haven't left us an iTunes review, please do it. It makes a massive difference to how we appear in the search rankings of iTunes, and we will love you forever. So please go and do that. That would be awesome.
And I want to give a special shout out to Sue, who gave us some awesome feedback during the week. So thank you very much, Sue.
Oh, but on that, if you want to contact us directly, Matt at livingoutrageously.com, Dave at livingoutrageously.com. So you can get in touch, and if you've got any specific feedback that you want to give us about the podcast, about what we're doing on the Facebook, or anything else, seriously get in touch. We're love it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
A funny thought from childhood ran through my head because I glanced up and looked at the Mario.
Isn't that cool?
Anyway, let's do this. So, how to get anything you want. And you know what? So, for those podcast viewers that don't know, last weekend I did a 100-kilometre ultra endurance race in the Blue Mountains, which is west of Sydney. Now, when I signed up in December, so last December, when I signed up, I'd never run more than 10 Ks before in my life. I'd only ever run 10 Ks once. And I was going from 10 to 100 in 5 months and 2 weeks or something. And it was in the bush, badass bush, heaps of up and down. So quite a dramatic rise to the top. I wasn't a winner of the race or anything, but I did finish it. And you know what I learned from that race, Matt Kelly, was a lot of these concepts that, you hear about these concepts like what you focus on is what you get, and believe that you can do it and you can do it. Well, I'd always sort of known those intellectually, but in this race, I experienced them. Like, I know them for real now. And when we looked back on all the other things that we've achieved in the last little while, it was like, wow, they're exactly the same.
The process, doesn't matter what you're doing, the process that you go through is the same no matter what you're doing.
Yeah. And I can't believe we haven't said this yet in the podcast. What we're going to do, we're going to run through our examples, and then we are going to apply this I'm not going to apply it. Matt the Freakin Kelly is going to apply it to his own personal life. And yes, feel the heat, build up the energy. Matt Kelly is going to run to the city tonight, which is not 100 Ks. It's about 8, but very outrageous for himself. Already, he's run today, already had dinner, about to podcast. The only reason he hasn't run yet is because we're podcasting. And as we get through the how, it'll become very apparent why that's quite meaningful for you and why this is quite a big deal. So looking forward to that.
So excited.
How good is that going to be?
Yeah.
All right. So let's get down to business. So, all right, why is this important? Well, normally on the LOP, we harp on a little bit about why every episode is important. We think it's quite important for you to know why a particular exercise is important. Well, this time, how to get anything you want.
You don't have to be convinced on this. This isn't something that we need to sell you on because you know. And what do I want? Do I want something? Yes. I have to do something to get it. What is that something? That's what we're teaching you today.
Yeah.
We're teaching you the steps that you take to literally get whatever you want. So if that's the outcome, this is the journey.
Bam, man. Lots of clapping tonight.
Oh, it's because we're excited.
Woo!
Massive night already. This is going to be huge. I'm pumped.
All right, cool. So let's go. Let's get straight into it. All right, some lessons learned from the 100K and ones that I really absolutely felt. So many books have taught me and various people have taught me that you need to live presently. So what does that mean? Well, many people in modern society, they're always worried about the future. Like, I'm not there yet. I haven't got that money. I haven't got that house. I haven't got that car. I haven't got that job. I don't have that relationship yet. I'm not there yet. And they freak out about where they are. Or by the same token, they're either unhappy or really happy about the past. And all these mentors that I've had have always said, live presently. And this came home for me massively, Matt Kelly.
Yeah.
If you're in a 100K race and you live, like, at 20 Ks, I was like, all right, if I start thinking about getting to the end now and how far I've got to go, I've got 80 Ks to go, and I've still got like 4,000 vertical meters to do, I would have freaked out, man. Freaked out. And a couple of times I did find myself thinking about that. It's like, hold on, whoa. Bird by bird, step by step. The moment is the only moment you're in. There's no guarantee that you will even get the next moment. There is no guarantee. The moment you've got now is the moment. So live there. And
wow,
a couple of times that really, really helped me out. I'm at like 60 Ks and I'd eaten really fast at the last checkpoint and it wasn't good. I was like throwing up my food. I'd run out of water and I still had 40 Ks to go. And it was like, okay, I'm in the bush. That's good. I'm still moving. That's good.
That's very good.
That's very good.
Yeah.
I feel sick, but not so sick as to stop me. Okay, that's good. How am I going to get to the 100? Step by step by step. I wasn't even running at that point. I was rooted, man. Step by step. So live presently. That's the first one. Now, Matt Kelly, this is a very interesting one.
Yes.
And I think this is one of the most important ones, is number 2, is to have the belief that it's already happened. The belief that you can do it. So with the race, I signed up on the 1st of December. The second I signed up, I already knew it was done. It was done. And you know, Will Smith, he's got a wicked clip on YouTube. He says exactly the same thing. He says, the minute I decide I want to do something, it's done. He said, it's already done.
Yeah,
just got to wait for y'all to see. That's exactly what he says.
So this is like, okay, so I've signed a sheet of paper. I can already see what I am experiencing running over the finish line.
Well, that's another step, is visualising.
Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah. But it's the hardcore belief. Like, think about it. When we launched this podcast, we had we were nothing.
Yeah.
We were nothing. And between us, we firmly believed we would be number one, didn't we?
Yeah. We knew it before we even started.
We knew it. That's true. The second we said we are podcasting and we are going on iTunes, we knew it. We knew we're going to number one. Now, we may not be there now, and that's an issue for us to deal with at this second. We got there, and we got there within 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But it was hardcore belief, wasn't it? Like, someone could have come up to us on day 3 and said, you're not going to make number one. We would have been like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
We're here. We believe it. And if you look at every single success in history, think about FedEx, right? When they launched and they couldn't get any clients and everyone was saying, oh, you know, you're not going to make it. He believed that he would make it. And then sure enough, he's just about to go out of business. He goes, fuck it. We'll just spend all our money on delivering this final shipment. We'll charter a plane specially to do it because we have no other money. I still believe in my company, but, you know...
it's happened. It's done.
It's done. Let's do it. And sure enough, the delivery of that order gave them the connections to corporate accounts, and then all of a sudden their company goes like this.
Yeah.
Belief. 100% belief. All right, Matt Kelly. Immediate action.
Ooh.
Immediately!
Ooh. So here we go. Podcast. We should do a podcast. That night, we recorded, after making the decision to do it, 2 podcasts. Literally, one after the other. Recorded one, recorded 2. The next day, recorded another one.
Literally the next morning.
These weren't even on iTunes yet. Recorded the next one. So we had 3 in the bank before you guys saw the first one on iTunes.
Before the first one even went on
it hadn't got anywhere.
On YouTube.
We literally had not put them we didn't even have the account set up to put it on YouTube at that point. But we knew that if we wanted to do this, if we wanted to be number one, we had to have these, we had to have them ready, because when we did this, it was going to be a bang, it was going. So what do? We, idea, go. Go. And do not stop until you have reached that checkpoint. That's what we did.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And another example of that is when I did the race, when I signed up on the 1st of December, the entries opened at 9 a.m. That afternoon, I was in the bush running. That afternoon. And if there was to be a better example of immediate action, it's Matt Kelly even has his shoes ready to go. He is literally going to run the second we finish this podcast.
Yeah.
And as long as he doesn't get his leg amputated on the way, we will have a photograph of him successfully completing his own personal little challenge tonight. So, Matt Kelly, high five.
Little bit of...
you are the man. Have I ever told you that?
No, you know what this is? This is if we tell everyone we're going to do it, I have to do it.
Yes.
I'm going to do it. That makes me socially accountable.
Oh,
I have to.
Your ass is on the line,
I
baby.
have to. If I don't do it, they'll know. Because I know this community. They will be on Facebook asking for that photo the minute this goes live. The minute this goes live.
How good is that? All right. Next step. This is step number 4. And Matt Kelly hinted at it before. And that is visualizing and actually experiencing what it's going to be like to finish. So, all right. I'll share my experience from the race. Very early on in December, I managed to acquire the race DVD of the 2011 race, okay? And I watched that DVD over and over again. And the one image that stuck with me was the 2011 race winner, Kilian Jornet. He was running up, so the finish line is you run up this, it's on a golf course, so you run up the fairway of a golf course, and then you cross through the finish line that's like that. So he's running up, and as he ran up, he's doing these ones. He's looking over to the crowd and just doing these ones, and just like, like I fit. You know, mind you, he finished in like 9 hours and 19 minutes or something, and my time was double that. Beside the point, that was the image that I played in my head over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And you know what? When I was at various points throughout the race, and I was, you think to yourself, why am I doing this? Play that. That's why I'm doing it. Because I want that feeling of just going, whoa, to the crowd. Now, what actually happened when I got there was it was late, and so the crowd on that section of the course had dispersed, and it was dark. So it wasn't exactly like what he happened, but I just did a couple, and it was just for me. It was just for me.
Yeah.
That was my definition of success. That's how I knew I would be successful. It's just like Cadel Evans in the Tour de France.
Yes.
When he won the Tour de France, he went down, we've said this before on the podcast, when he went down the Champs-Élysées, took first place, and they interviewed him afterwards, and they said, Cadel, so, what was it like to go down the Champs-Élysées? And he said to the reporter, he was like, well, it was surreal because I'd played that scene over and over and over and over in my mind so many times.
Yeah.
When it actually happened, I didn't know whether it was real or not.
He already knew what the experience would be.
Yeah.
And he'd never done it before.
Yeah. Do you want to know another crazy one on that? So, studies have been done. They've taken athletes, right? Yeah. Basketball players who not basketballers, sprinters.
Okay.
So, they took sprinters and wired them up to various muscle measuring things to measure the impulses in the muscles when they ran the race. Okay? So, they got that data. Then they got, a couple of days later, they put the same sprinters in a chair in a lab, hooked them up to the same things and said, okay, you're sitting down, but I want you to run that race in your mind. Guess what happened? The same muscles fired in the same sequence. How freaking crazy is that? They were experiencing what they experienced in the race.
So their body is reacting to their mind, like literally going from start to finish. Their whole body is in that motion, that action.
Yes.
Wow, amazing.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
So visualizing the end point about when you get to the end of the goal and what it's going to feel like, what you're going to say to yourself. You're pretty good at what you say to yourself, aren't you, Matt Kelly? You're always like, yeah, when I get that, I'm going to be like freaking hellman.
Oh, that's what I do. Like, I can't start anything without knowing exactly what that endpoint is going to be.
Yeah.
I know, like with everything that I do, I know what that's going to be cool. Like, I will be able to look at that and go, that is something that I just did.
Yeah.
And that is everything.
Yeah.
That is everything. Like, if I don't get to that point, I can't say that. So what was the point of doing the exercise? I have to get to that point, and I have to be able to say that. Therefore, it's done.
So it triggers that state of being. It can be you visualizing it. Yeah. It can be you talking to yourself and saying awesome things like, yeah, I'm a freaking hellman because I just did that. It can be hearing sounds, like someone saying something, or the call of nature, or it can be anything like that. It might be a feeling that you have. Like for me, it was seeing the fairway. It was feeling my hand going like this and feeling freaking awesome. And as I did that, just saying to myself, yeah, you're a hellman. You're a hellman. That's what it was. So that anytime I ran that strategy, ran that sequence, I experienced what it would be like to finish. And that's what got me through the race. Number 5, Matt Kelly. And this is probably the biggest one of them all. And that is, why are you doing what you're doing? Yeah.
This is the reason. This is the whole background as to what is the purpose for this task occurring in the first place.
What will it give you? What is the benefit to you of achieving this race? People go, yeah, I want $1 million. All right, great. For what purpose do you want $1 million? So I don't have to work. Okay, so what's that going to give you? See how often thinking is very shallow? You keep going with the why. Keep asking yourself that. For what purpose? For what purpose? For what purpose? Why do I want this? Why do I want this? Until you get to the reason that really moves you at the core. If it doesn't move you at the core, if it doesn't create some sort of emotion, then
there's no reason for you doing it.
Yeah, why would you do it? Why does anyone do anything? Because they want to feel good. why do we do this podcast? Makes me feel good.
Yeah, totally.
I love it. Why do I eat coconut? Makes me feel good. Why do you do anything you do? Makes you feel good. That's right. Very good.
So can I ask a question then? If that why isn't there, if you don't feel good through accomplishing a task, then why do it at all?
I think it's important to distinguish here between the short-term pain and the long-term. So
absolutely.
So many times throughout the race, I was quite uncomfortable. It was damn cold, and twice I ran out of food and water. And my knees were giving me a lot of trouble. And I was uncomfortable. So short-term pain. I kept playing this one.
Like, so it was worth it.
It was so worth it. It was so worth it. One of the best things I've ever done in my entire life.
Yeah, wow.
So awesome. Because the thing now is nothing is that tough. Like, you tell me to make a phone call to some guy who hasn't paid me and you've got to ask him to pay you. It's like, man.
Give me the phone.
I just spent a day in the bush running.
With no food or water.
With no food or water.
Yeah.
Big deal.
I'm sure I can make a phone call.
I'm sure I can make a phone call. All right, that's the 5 things, Matt Kelly. That's the 5 things. A couple of things to notice. So, let's talk about support.
Okay.
Now,
important.
Very important. Very important. So when we say support, we mean support from people around you, from your support team. Now, everyone says it's very commonly accepted, and we've even done an episode on it, that you need the team around you in order to...
Bit of positive reinforcement there.
Yeah, well, they always say you need a team to push you forward. And you do.
Are you going to disagree with this, Dave?
No, I'm not.
This is very commonly said, this whole concept of, like, you can't do it without the team. I'd argue that you can't do it without yourself. First and foremost.
Man, Kelly, that is profound.
I have to.
Did you just make that up then?
A little bit.
And you know why it's awesome? It's because no matter how many... You can have the best support around you. You can have the best education. You can have, like, people funding you money like this. You can have the best gear. All this stuff. At the end of the day, you're the one that has to do it.
Yeah.
No one's going to run the 100K for you. No one's going to write your book. No one's going to start your business for you. You got to do it.
That's exactly the point. I can have the best team around me, and that helps. It absolutely helps. But I'll tell you what, when it comes right down to it, if I've got to go for a run right now, no one else is going to move my feet for me.
No.
No one else is going to stand behind me with their hand on their back pushing me. I have to physically do it to accomplish that task. I can have people in the car beside me, someone giving me water, people encouraging me. That's awesome. But unless I take those steps, one step after another, and literally, like, accomplish the task myself, I haven't done it. It's the only way to do it. So support is important, and having a great team helps, but you've got to accept that no one is going to do it for you.
It's a realization. It's a realization that, this is on me. This is on me, and we go this way.
Nice.
Next realization, Matt Kelly.
Yeah.
If you can get all these things lined up, you know the why, you believe it, you can visualize it, you can experience it, and you're taking immediate action.
Yeah.
Our results from the last little while prove that you can get stuff really, really freaking quick.
Yeah.
Like way quicker than you ever thought you could.
If you actually consider what you have to do in the process, rather than, man, when I started working on that book, right, when I started working, I literally, like, sat down and was like, okay, I'm going to start writing. And then I was like, wait a minute. Like, I've spent 4 days writing the introduction. This isn't working. So then I took a step back. I'm like, okay, what am I trying to accomplish? Like, why am I trying to accomplish it?
What's the outcome?
And then literally fleshed out the guide of, like my own guide of step by step. So Like, this is going in this section. Consider it the outline. This is going here. This is going here. This is going here. Over the next few days, smash through the whole thing. Smash through it. And it was because I had a lot more clarity about what I was trying to do and why I was trying to do it. Everything then became purpose-driven rather than doing it for the sake of doing it. If I hadn't done that, I'd still be writing it now.
And so from the moment that you decided you wanted to be an author to the moment that you were an author, how long was that?
Less than a month.
Less than a month?
Yeah.
Less than a month. So it happened really, really quick. For me, I just signed up for the North Face race on the 1st of December. The 19th of May, 2012, I ran the race. It's like 5 and a bit months.
That's 100 kilometres.
That's from 10K. I'd only ever run a 10K once. From 10K to 100K. 5 months.
Yeah.
Not a long time. Let's talk about my beach. Well, let's talk about the podcast experience.
Yeah.
No podcast to number 1 podcast. 3 weeks, 21 days. We put all these into play and boom, it happened. Remember in 2010 when I called you up and I said, man, I'm out of rugby. I'm done.
Yes.
I'm out. That's it. I'm not playing anymore. And what did I say to you?
You said, I remember the conversation very well. You said something to the effect of, I want to represent Australia at a like international level competition. That's what I said. I want to represent Australia in any sport. In any sport. There was no specification about what sport that would be. I have to do it.
And now,
yeah.
19 months later, next month, I'll be in Oman representing Australia in the World Beach Handball Championships. 19 months. Never picked up a beach handball. Didn't even know beach handball existed. From nothing to representing in 19 months.
We're talking like a national level competition here.
So the question is, what's possible for you? If you line these things up, what's possible for you? You're in a shitty job that you hate? Yeah, well, so are a lot of people. How fast could you get out? Maybe you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You line these bad boys up. Heaps of stories of people doing it in 6 months, 12 months. You want stories? You go to Tim Ferriss's blog, 4hourblog.com. Just cycle through all the 4-hour workweek success stories there. There's people going, like when he reviews them, that's one of the things he says. How long did it take you to do it? They're like, yeah, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 18 months. It's like, it can happen. And this is big money. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars. Line up these bad boys. It can happen fast. And that's what we like, is fast.
If you don't line these up, then the outcome, if it does come, will take significantly longer than it needs to. And that's assuming it does. Now, I never want to say the outcome won't come. If you hustle, the outcome will come. But I'll tell you what, if you line it up, if you plan it properly, if you go through the steps, you can literally pick the date you want it to happen.
It happens quick. Yeah. It happens quick. And it brings me to another point, Matt Kelly, is throughout the race, I would ask people that had done the race before. So I'm running along, oh yeah, how you doing? Good. Have you ever run the race before? Yeah. What's it like at this point? And at one point they said to me, yeah, leading into checkpoint 3, massive steps, like straight up out of the valley. Wrong. The steps weren't leading into checkpoint 3, they were leading into checkpoint 4. The steps were there, they were in a different place. So you can have people guiding you on your way, like telling you, this is the way you do the business. This is what you'll find when you get to this step. Yeah. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. That's the beauty of living presently and just taking it one step at a time. Oh, that's steps. Okay, now we deal with the steps. Instead of forward thinking, oh, the steps are here and freaking out about them. So I think it's very important. And often the path is different to what they tell you. Yeah. So, it's very much the same. It's very much the same. Like they told me the last 3Ks would be straight up. Well, no. The 97 to 98 was straight down, and then 98 to 100 was straight up. So the path isn't always the same. And sometimes it takes longer than you think. Okay? I thought I'd do the last 3Ks like super quick. Well, that one that went down, it took me forever. I did the 97 to 98, took me 26 minutes. I was shot. Going down, my knees couldn't handle it going down. Sometimes it's not the way they tell you it is. But that's okay. That's part of the fun. That's part of the adventure.
That's about being present.
It is. Exactly, Matt Kelly. Exactly. So, let's quickly run through.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's set the background. So, do you want to explain what happened today with Stan Meisner and the challenge that he set?
I will, because we've got a very good friend of both of ours, Stanley Meisner, and I want to give Stan a shout out here because he did something really gutsy today. Super gutsy. This is a guy who's very fit, very like sports focused, sports driven. He boxes, he plays beach handball with us all the time. Super cool guy, super fit guy, athletic, everything, right? So today, out of the blue, Stan posts a Facebook, I've got my phone here, a Facebook comment, and it is literally this. It says, today's challenge, 1 like equals 1 kilometre. Likes count until 4 p.m. Now, this is in the morning, right?
And then he says, come at me.
Come at me. So what he's saying is, for every like I get on this status, I will run a kilometre. Now, Stan's got over 1,000 friends on Facebook.
And by 4 p.m, he had 180 likes.
180. So we're all sitting there like,
dude, you're going to have to run 180 Ks.
Damn, 180 kilometres.
And then he's like, it's not quite what I anticipated. So he comes up with a really ingenious little twist on it. And I love this creativity.
This is good. This is good.
And people could use this in some form for charity in the
Easily.
future. So this is very valuable here.
In fact, please go and do something like this.
Please.
I'm sure Stan would.
Man, this would be a worldwide hit.
Yeah.
Worldwide hit.
So mid-afternoon, Stan's realised he's hit 100 kilometres or something. He's like, okay, I can't just go and run that right now. I probably could. Fit dude. But not something that he wanted to do. So he turned around and said, and this is cool, fitness opportunity. Be part of something great. Accompany me on today's challenge and help lighten the load. An awesome opportunity to score a running buddy and cover some kilometres this afternoon. The rules. Ready? Each kilometre run by you will mean 1 kilometre off my total. You must run with me. You cannot run alone. Comment with the amount of kilometres you're keen to join, and I'll be keeping updates on my location and route.
How good's that?
So suddenly Stan says, okay, 188 kilometres. I don't want to do that on my own tonight. That will literally take me all night. If I can get other people to come and run with me, right, for every kilometre they run with me, so if 2 people are running, me and one other, that counts for 2 Ks. 3, that counts for 3. 4, that counts for 4. The more people I get running with me, right, the easier this will be, and really, the wider the benefit spreads for the whole exercise.
And you know what the awesome result was that we found? Is that there was about a dozen people who would never have normally run tonight that joined in.
Yeah.
Like, you called me this afternoon, like, what are you going to do? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go home, eat a chicken, and watch TV.
Yeah.
And Matt Kelly's already run tonight. He's already been part of it. And as soon as we finish, he's going to go out and run again.
I was excited. I was like, man, that is an awesome idea. That is an awesome idea. Like, Stan is a cool guy. He's reaching out to people and literally, he's helping others by doing this. I want to be part of that.
Absolutely.
I'm running.
All right, so Matt Kelly's already run about 5-6 Ks tonight.
Yeah.
Let's run through the steps. You're going to go run about 8 Ks into the city.
Yeah.
So, you believe you can do it. What's the most you've ever run before?
In one consistent run, without any stop, probably 5.
5. So you've run 5. Okay, your max is 5. Personal best is 5. You've never
sure. Without having a stationed stop, probably 5. Yeah.
Okay, so 5. So you've already run that today.
Yeah.
And you're about to go and run another 8.
Yeah.
So that for you is fairly outrageous.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I mention longest high 5 world record that we have? If you go back and watch that video, recordcenter.com, you will see me struggling, and we did 2 point something.
2 point something
now,
each.
admittedly, our arms are up in the air because we're waiting for a high 5.
But
still, I should have been able to run more than that. So for me, sounds terrible because I should be more fit than that. But I'll tell you what, 5 was a bit of hustle. 8's going to be a lot.
So 8's going to be a hustle.
Yeah.
But you believe you can do it.
Yeah. No, I can do it. I can do it. If I did 5, I can do 8.
So just check out the congruency on his face there.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I know I can do it.
No, I can.
It's done.
Yeah,
it's done. immediate action. You've got your shoes there. As
Yeah.
soon as this goes off, we're going.
We would have already done it if we
Okay.
weren't doing this podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So visualizing it, how do you know that you will have succeeded in this? What's the image that's playing in your head?
So I can see this image, okay, of now where I live right now. I'm not going to tell you exactly where I live because that's scary. But I live just outside of the city. There is a place, an area in the city. It's called South Bank Parklands. There is a massive pool, like almost like a beach.
Yeah.
I am going to run and dive in that water at the end of that 8 kilometers, and I know I don't care. It'll be 5 degrees Celsius outside. Don't care. I know I'm going straight in that water, and like that will be the point of success. Reaching that mark will be it. That's everything.
And you can see it in him. He's just getting a little bit of a kick as he sort of thinks
Yeah,
about...
I'm excited. This is good. It's good. Yeah.
All right, cool. So, and of course, you know that, like, I'll be following. I'm not running tonight. My knees are still shot from the race, but it's on you.
Yeah.
It's on you.
There's no one else running. There's no one pushing me.
There's no one else running.
If I don't,
It's on you.
If I don't do it, I'm just no, I have to. I will.
So I'm curious, Matt Kelly, why do you want to do this? What's important to you about doing this run?
Up until I set some goals, and I put these on the LOP Facebook page a while ago that I wanted to run every day. I didn't do it. I did not do it. I know that in my head, I think I can run. I know I can run. I can run. So why am I not a runner? Well, I run a bit. When we play beach handball on the weekends, I run. So I run a bit, but it's never that, like, I'm going to start here and end here. There's one consistent run. I probably ran 10K on the beach when we played handball last weekend. Back and forth, back and forth. But this is more serious than that. This is, I'm going to start here and go here. Because I've never done it, I want to do it.
So you would not consider yourself a runner at the moment?
No, not at the moment.
And if you complete this run, when you complete this run, you will consider yourself a runner?
Yes. If I've done five and then 8 sequentially, then yes.
So
that is an athlete.
He's expanding his identity, and that's important to you. I'm just guessing, please correct me if I'm wrong, but today you've decided, I want to be a runner, okay, so I'm going to run, okay, now I am a runner.
Yeah, that's basically
What does that open up for you?
Well, already it's, what else do I want to be? Because I can be it by making the decision.
And look, did you see how freaking excited he got there? He was like, oh, what else could I be?
This is the expert status we've talked about before. Do you want to be an expert in something? Okay, well, go and do it.
Believe, take immediate action, and visualize the success.
Do it. If you want to be it, and that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do tonight.
Cool.
It's getting late. Got to start running.
Yes. All right. So what else? Well, we've just laid out the steps for how to get anything that you want. Apply those steps, and you can literally have whatever you want. Now, if you have gone through these and you're still feeling a bit of resistance, you're still feeling the sloth there, well, there's a couple of things. One, you've probably got some limiting beliefs, or your values are probably in conflict, maybe some inner conflicts. So what you can do for that, go back to the LOP Season 1, Limiting Beliefs, I think.
Yeah.
Episode 5.
About that, yeah.
And the one about values is around about the same area. That's what you can do, number 1. Number 2, you can call me and I will coach you, and we will kill those limiting beliefs. We will set your values up. We'll do it. Drop me a line, dave@livingoutrageously.com. Third, do it anyway.
Do it.
Do it. Besides the sloth, just do it. Just do it.
Listen, short term, it may hurt. It may be uncomfortable. It might scare you. That's all good. Do it.
But if you can expand your identity, become a runner, what else does that mean to you?
Why not? Yeah.
I can be whatever else I want to be. Man, that's what being samurai is all about.
Choosing what I'm going to be today and being it.
Samurai is like being, okay, I want to be an expert on coconuts. All right, let's start a coconut blog. Boom, we got a coconut blog. Okay, now I'm an expert on coconuts.
Yeah.
It's like simple. That's the simple version, but that's about it, man. It's about it. You want
make the decision and be it.
Awesome. All right, Matt Kelly. Audible. Audibletrial.com/LOP free audiobook of your choosing. And that is our tip tonight. Of your choosing. But there's a catch. There is a catch. And what we're suggesting tonight is, instead of recommending a book to you, our suggestion is go out and read something that you would never normally previously read or listen to. All right. So if you're a big fan of marketing books, go and read.
Go read a romantic thriller.
Yes. And here's the thing. So Dave, it's not relevant. It's not going to help me. Blah blah bullshit. Listen. So listen to that romantic comedy and just
Romantic
romantic thriller. My apologies.
I don't know if that exists.
Whatever. You just made it up.
Yeah.
Maybe you could be a romantic thriller author.
I might just write one. Yeah.
Anyway, the idea is have a think how that particular novel relates to what you're doing in marketing.
Ooh.
Man, there's parallels in everything.
Broaden
You know
the
what?
horizons.
You know what, Matt
Man.
Kelly? You know what, Matt Kelly? Come across a saying the last couple of months, and I love it. And it's a bit trippy, and you've got to be on quite a deep level to understand it. And you might not get it immediately, and podcast viewers might not get it now.
Okay.
Everything is bread. Everything. Everything is exactly the same.
Do you want me to try and decode it?
No.
Okay.
Just ponder that. Everything is exactly the same. You give me a romantic thriller, I'll tell you how it's like e-commerce. You give me an iPhone application, I'll tell you how it's like growing carrots. You want to teach me quantum physics? I'll tell you how it's like Super Mario. I want to learn beach handball, tell me how it's like rugby, I'm in.
It's very like analogy driven. I like it.
So that's the thing. That's the thing. Interesting.
So
All right.
Ponder that. Oh, so by the way, yeah, audibletrial.com/LOP, free audiobook of your choosing. Just go to the page, sign up immediately. You can get a free book and cancel at any time. No cancellation costs or anything. You're signing up for the platinum plan, I believe, or the gold plan, or whatever you want. Just go and do it. Just do it. It's fun.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt Kelly, that is about it.
Yep.
Please, would love to see your comments on the Facebook about how you're going to go about getting anything that you want now. And if you do have success stories like the ones that we've mentioned tonight, please share them with us on the Facebook. Would love to have that. Matt Kelly.
Yeah. Nothing motivates us more than hearing about what you're doing. Than hearing about, because guess what? When you guys go up a level, we've got to go up another level. We have to. So please tell us what you're doing, because that is awesome. I know Eric did that just last week. He told us all about the new sporting endeavour he's undertaken.
So you're running
awesome.
13Ks today because Svensson entered a triathlon.
Sure. That's basically true. Yes.
All right. Awesome. Okay, that'll do. That's it. All done. Awesome episode. Matt, the freaking Kelly, you are about to go run. I'm going to finish my coconut. And remember, if you want a boring life, go sit in a cubicle. My name's Dave Thompson. That's Matt, the freaking man Kelly. We will catch you on the other side.
Peace out, everyone.